Hello Sagittarius, welcome to part 2 of Where Do We Stand spread. Now this is for your person of interest / your partner. Okay, and before we get started, I'd like to pay homage and reverence to Mother Sustainer, Father Creator, and of course my beautiful ancestors. We're just going to jump right into it. What you see laid before you is the heart of the matter. And you have to remember, this spread is dealing from your partner's perspective, not yours. Okay. So we have Angel of Strength, we have Atlantis, we have Luck is on your side, Passion, and the Moon. So your partner, well, you guys, right, in this relationship, there's a lot of luck on your side. But what is required to access this luck is everyone in the relationship moving towards their passion. To have balanced emotions and move with the cycles of life. Because self-determination and personal power is going to develop very rapidly, and it's going to lead to the excellence and the success of this commitment and yourself and your person's self. Okay, the first question that I asked is how your partner sees himself. And we have the thinking man. We have full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. Then we have full moon in Scorpio. It is time to release negativity. We have complicated. We have balanced spirituality with practicality. We have faith in your dreams. Oh, this is full moon in Pisces. Sorry. This is the waxing crescent moon, and it's have faith in your dreams. And show the world the real you. Then we have the Grove. New moon in Libra, which is a new romantic cycle begins. Let's see if we can still see. Okay, yeah, we can still see it. Then we have sacrifice, impatience, the child, and gambling in reverse. Okay, so how your partner is seeing themselves is, someone who is seriously contemplating their future. Someone who is seriously contemplating their dreams and knowing that they have a practical plan to achieve these dreams because they have stepped away from all kinds of negativity, right? And they find it a little complicated because they have to balance their spirituality with the practicality that is needed. Right? So being that they're trying to remove all negativity because they need to have faith in their dreams. Because they realize that it is absolutely time for them to show the world who they are. The real them. No more hiding behind anything. No more hiding behind going with the flow. No more hiding behind a lackluster view of life. No more thinking that someone else is going to come and rescue them. They're really at a point where they've decided to really sit with themselves. Because 4 and 6 is 10. That is a completion and a renewal. So whatever in their character was lacking before, they have decided to give it up because they really do need to achieve these dreams, and they've decided that they now know what is the practical plan for them to achieve these dreams, and nothing negative is going to stand in their way of this. Right? Because at this point in their life, like the Grove, it says, now is the time to apologize to anyone you have harmed, make your friendships whole again, and choose healing over anger and pain. Choosing my beautiful grove is a powerful sign that you are at a wondrous and strong time in life. Okay? Exactly. They've moved away from negativity. They've moved away from things that are not practical. Because they want to start a new romantic cycle. And I'm not just talking about lust and love. I'm talking about to be totally romanced by your life. To be totally in love with your life. And they've made the necessary sacrifices for this. Because they're seeing things through practical eyes and removing all negativity. They know what sacrifices need to be made and they're willing to make them. But as again, it's a little complicated, right? Because there's impatience that they're dealing with. And they're trying to see the world through new eyes. And they're not willing to gamble with their future anymore. They've sacrificed anything that is not new, that is not fresh, that is not innocent, that is not pure within them. Or if they haven't fully done this, they're at the process of doing this. They're no longer willing to gamble with their future. No matter whose impatience is there. Because they've thought long and hard over this. Sorry, give me 1 second. I kind of mixed up the piles. Okay. Okay. All right. So the next question that I asked is how your partner sees you. They see you as the sun, as a new start is coming, new moon. They see you as freedom, independence, and self-determination. They see you gossip and clouds in reverse. Okay, Sagittarius. Now, the sun cards are normally like the happiest card in the deck. Like, this is the promise of abundance. This is the promise of fulfillment. This is the promise of better days. Right? But if you look at the depiction of this picture, this woman is resting in a pond where there's a cage bird here, right? There's lotuses floating in the water, and you have to remember that lotuses are a means of transformation. There's artists, paintbrushes, and books that look like they have grown in wisdom. There's also a child hanging right here. So, what this card is saying is that they see the potential in you. And the reason why I say potential is because it says a new start is coming. So that means that you haven't fully reached this sun yet, but they see this potential in you. And they see that the only thing that is keeping you from this start is your self-determination. For you to free yourself fully and to not pay to mind the gossip of others. And to you to step fully onto your creative path and come out of confusion. The next question I ask is how your partner or a person of interest sees the relationship. And they see caring connection. A full moon in Cancer, a personal issue reaches a resolution. They see mirror. They see renewal. And they see expansion. And they see anchor and the storks. Well, this is absolutely beautiful. And the reason why it's absolutely beautiful is because they know that 14 is the temperance angel and the tarot. So that they know that there could be balance within this relationship. Because it is a caring connection. And they feel the warmness in you. You feel like home to them. but there's a personal issue that you or them are dealing with. Most likely an emotional issue because it is a Cancer card. So most likely it's an emotional issue that you or your partner is dealing with that needs some really self-examination. You know, they see that it's time that someone in this relationship, which I don't think it's your partner, because you have to remember that your partner had the thinking man, and he seemed, or thinking man, thinking woman, male, female, masculine, feminine. Just, I'm reading from the female reader's perspective. So if you're a male watching this, you see what I'm saying, right? But he's saying that there's some self-examination that needs to be happened within this relationship, that somebody really needs to get to know themselves, to see who they truly are, and go to a state of renewal and realizing that life is not as bad. Because this card speaks of someone being uprooted from the life that they're known and being thrown away in sorts. But when the plant was allowed to regenerate and spring back to life, they realized that they woke up in something much far beautiful than what they thought. Something that expansion was available to them. But the only thing is that they had to be anchored. You know, because the crane is one who builds. This crane returns to the same home every spring, the same location. And they build. So your partner is seeing this relationship as something that could last a very long time. Something that can anchor you guys. But the rough seas of the emotions need to be calmed so that you guys can work together and build an amazing life filled with a lot of expansion, a lot of standing in your personal truth, dealing with your personal issues. And I mean, it seems like your partner is more than willing to give you the space and opportunity to do the healing that you need. Because there's no bad cards here. Just the fact that a personal issue has not reached its resolution yet, because someone needs a little bit more self-reflection. Okay. Next we asked, what is your partner expecting? And we received the World. The new moon eclipse, expecting powerful change. We receive fertility, potential, powerful energy, creative energy, initiation energy. The return of Aphrodite, birth of a goddess, guidance, goddess energy, treating as sacred. The victim card, balance, and the lesson to be learned is crosses. Okay. So your partner, Sagittarius, is expecting a change because they're seeing the potential of this relationship. They're seeing how powerful you guys' creative energies can be together. And if you are a feminine Sagittarius, what they're saying to you is that they're waiting for you to be reborn as the goddess that you are. For you to recognize how much of a goddess you are. Because you have to remember that the mirror card was here of how they see the relationship. So they're waiting for you to realize fully conceptualize and realize the goddess energies within you. All right? Because the World card is here. So what they're expecting change. They're expecting a brand new cycle. One of powerful creative energies. One of fertility, abundance, where as you speak it, so mote be. Like, you know, one where you get, or them get out of this victim mentality and find balance within your creative energies. And know that even though that there are burdens and there are sacrifices and challenges in life, these are all things made to build us to our ultimate selves. These are all things made to bring us to our higher self. So walk with your partner, because you have a caring connection on both sides. Because within your reading, it said that falling in love was how you saw the relationship, and with them, they saw it as a caring connection. So there's a lot of love there. Okay, lastly is the outcome. Patience in reverse. South Node, don't let your past hold you back. Commitment, first quarter moon, your commitment is being tested. North Node, step out of your comfort zone. And I didn't pull these. These came out on their own. Normally I would pull if the North Node, no, if one of them came out in reverse, sorry. Then we have woman holding a heart in reverse, which is 44. We have your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn. We have look at the bigger picture and receptivity. Then we have forgiveness, guilt, and recovery. Then we have 21, the mountain, the coffin, 26, the book of wisdoms, 18, loyalty, and the sickle in reverse. Sorry, I just want to make sure you can see. Okay, yeah. Okay, these cards are very new to me, so there's certain ones that I have to look up, and I just received one, so I'm gonna look it up. So the outcome here is that someone is going to grow tired. Someone is going to grow very, very tired and lack patience. And it's going to be cause your commitment to be tested. So whoever is losing patience, all that I can ask of you is that you take a deeper look within yourself. Okay. So this card is saying patience, right? And next to it, it says, don't let your past hold you back. So this card is advising your partner, Sagittarius, to not let their past hold them back. To move forward. Even though the commitment is being tested, it's time for your partner to step out of their comfort zone. Because a whole new world is here for you guys. And your partner's past is holding you back. The partner's hard work is paying off. But maybe if he falls back into being impatient, because remember, impatience was one of the cards that came out, that could be a very terrible thing for your partner. Right? And you have a woman holding a heart in reverse, and I'll read what that says. It said, this card reverse could indicate a state of being emotionally overwhelmed, and you may feel as though your love life is turned upside down. It could also refer to some difficulty in a family matter or close friendship. If this is the case, it is time to let go and resolve things now. There's also a possibility that this woman reversed is someone who brings a negative emotional influence in your life. There may be jealousy, resentments, or even more subtle manipulations going on. Don't take things personally, but endeavor to bring greater clarity and calm self-empowerment to the situation now. And always remember to bring a loving, heartfelt energy to yourself. Okay, so the person that you're dealing with, if that person is the male energy, then you, Sagittarius, is a woman who is being a bit manipulative, emotionally manipulative. You know, you're a person dangling a heart in front of this person's face and creating a lot of guilt. But what's necessary is to look at the bigger picture. Look at what you guys can create together. You know, but both your partner and you have to be receptive. You know, so if you are not giving enough, Sagittarius, then you need to give more. And if your partner is not giving enough, then they need to give more. Because it says allow yourself to receive and allow yourself to give. So first of most, it seems like your partner is the giving one. But now it's time for your partner to allow himself to receive, because that's forefront. Because there's a lot of forgiveness here that needs to be happen, and Maybe nothing particularly was done in the relationship, but there seems to be a lot of resentment in this relationship. I mean, a lot of hidden resentment, because there's nothing in this card that is overtly saying death, destruction, you know. But what it is saying is that there is some kind of hidden resentment. There is some kind of low-lying energy that is causing a disruption in this relationship, because your relationship is being tested, right? But the lesson that you're supposed to learn from there, with forgiveness of this guilt trip, or this guilt that somebody has, there needs to be forgiveness of self and the partner, so that you guys can recover the beautifulness in your relationship. In Sagittarius, it says, look at the bigger picture. This is for you, Sagittarius. You need to look at the bigger picture. Because if you're the woman in this relationship that has really turned yourself upside down and is really questioning your stability, then it's time to do different. Because the lesson here is that even though there may be challenges, a mountain to climb, with your wisdom, you could put a depth to that and go through a transformation. But you're going to have to be loyal. You're going to have to be loyal to what you signed up to. If you're married, if you've made any form of commitment, you're going to have to be loyal to that. Because there's no good option in cutting anything out. Because this is the sickle. And it cuts. It gets rid of. But there's no option for that for you. Because it seems as though you would hurt yourself and do yourself a great injustice if you were to cut out this relationship. No matter the obstacles, this relationship is meant to stretch and grow you, because you need to look at the bigger picture. Okay, Sagittarius, I thank you so much for coming to the Black Hearted Oracle. And just as a disclaimer, I am not telling you that if you are in a relationship that is abusive in any form of way, physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, that you should remain in it. That's definitely not what I'm saying. But this relationship seemed more of someone who is financially insecure and who is very worried, and creating more of that instability within their life due to their worry, instead of thinking of the bigger picture and making practical plans to achieve their dreams. Okay, we're going to do the closing guidance for your partner, and then we're out of here. This is a very beautiful reading. I mean, there's a lot of love in this relationship, but there's just a lot of emotional things that need to be dealt with. Okay, well, your partner received a lot of messages, so we're just going to run through them, right? The first one is aspiration number 33. It says, aspiration stimulates power. It is your aim spiritually and physically in the world, and it involves the totality of your being. Without the balance between the physical and the spiritual, aspiration is a hollow accomplishment. It is like a spirit lodge that can hold space for the ceremonies and rituals. The spirit lodge must first have a strong foundation of capability, trust of those around you, and responsibility. Aspiration is what builds the spirit lodge of power. It is the quiet architect of your accomplishment, and it sits at the feet of power. Just as the deer stands before the remnants of an ancient and powerful civilization come and gone. Keep your heart open, kind, and loving, so that the energy of the universe can move freely through you. It is difficult to aspire without judgment, but judgment limits you. Putting a fence around your consciousness. Give much consideration to all your choices in life and the free flow of your process of aspiration. Okay. Next, we have 28, centering. It says, never leave your center. Count your bad points as well as your good. What is good and what is bad are most often purely relative. If you sense a weakness within yourself, explore it. It may become a source of your greatest strength. As you sit like a sacred Buddha amid the pandemonium of your life, always remember that the situation or person who has the ability to upset you the most, to pull you off your center, is your greatest teacher in the process of centering. Remember that a focus on negativity can become your addiction. When you center yourself in your power, you release your need for constant distraction from your center. That is so powerful for this reading. Wow. Okay. Number 9, innocence. The boat embarks on its voyage toward the islands of a higher consciousness. The boat is made from your treasured innocence. We are all born wild and innocent like the great white heron. To live in civilization at a very young age, we become like sheep trying to fit in with the herd. To maintain your receptive innocence is to listen to your own inner voice. Know that the powers of the universe are within you. Lastly, we have 38 Essence. It says, life is a school that we move and graduate through, learning many things as we cloak ourselves in environmental knowledge. You are on the warrior's path toward enlightenment, and one day you will peel away this accumulated knowledge like layers of an onion, moving back into the source of your power. When contemplating a Zen garden, you find that the source of your power is the essence of the Great Spirit. We come into this earth, we come into this earth, walk as a piece of smashed mirror, every one of us reflecting the light of our God. The experience of life is the process of piecing together these scrambled fragments into one great mandala that reflects back the one source of all beings. At the center of a cyclone, we sit at the one point of stillness, the pandemonium of life circulating madly around us. Choose equilibrium, not frenzy. Live life from your center. Oh my goodness. The essence of you and the essence of the universe, primal moving force, are one. Now, whoever your partner is, it is very important for them to stand on their square and do not remove themselves from it, no matter what goes on or transpires in their life. Now, I thank you so much for coming to the Black-Hearted Oracle. I pray that these messages found you well. I pray that you find your higher self in the quiet places, and may Ma'at hold you in her loving grace. Ashe.